Welcome back, all you freaks, outcasts, and weirdos. I'm Gambit Scorch, and this episode, I wanted to go ahead and just read some things that I've written down in my journal. Some topics that I may have briefly touched on or just completely skipped over or something in previous videos. But I wanted to give some sort of basis to where some of my views sort of stem from. Let's begin. This is why invention is fundamental. In Invention doesn't always mean a physical gadget. Inventions are simply new ideas that can be practiced. Shark Tank never had a math professor, but that doesn't mean they can't. Why is love always second to wealth? Invention comes from a lot of places, but it seems we praise the ones that make more money rather than the ones that make more sense. Invention currently drives impulse. I say we direct it towards discovery and open access to foster learning and independent thought. Next entry is impulse indoctrination. The media has fueled conflict for many years now, and they continue to manipulate the public through emotional control. The constant droning about which side to be on, yet while we worry about their propaganda, they worry about ratings and views. We feed the fire, and they feed the fire, and we're the ones that burn. I say we start supporting independent journalists and do away with centralized corporate news. And the last entry here, I'm sorry, this is probably going to be a fairly short video. I apologize, but hopefully you can get through all of it. The last entry is play is essential. And this is a topic I have been wanting to discuss, but nobody ever takes me seriously about it. And that's because we've been indoctrinating the wrong things into our public. When humans play, they experience true dopamine. I'm not talking about video games either. I'm talking about actual play with your hands and actually going out and doing things. Physical things. Isolation had us cooped up for way too long. We need to get out more. We need to go to those third places. Not work, not home. Those third places. And we need more free third places, too. St. Louis already does quite a bit of that on their own. But more places need to be like that, where you have a free zoo you can visit anytime you want. You can go to their free science center, where you can enjoy and experience science firsthand for free. They have all these different attractions out there that are completely free. They are just there to bring people into the city. That's it. It's not to the tourist traps aren't necessarily tourist traps. The funding or the money that's made there is normally for food, and that typically goes back towards whatever that place is using that space for, whatever that third place is. Museum, zoo, whatever. Art museum. That's what those concessions are for. is for that. Currently, the population is addicted to dopamine, but it's being manufactured through media and consumerism. Constantly buying that new cool thing is what's fueling your dopamine addiction. Cut and dry. This is why I'm so adamant about people going out and making their own things instead of buying. They need to produce, not consume. We need to focus on genuine sources of dopamine through independent means instead of sources through consumption. We have many non-electrical or even physical ways to experience happiness, aka the emotion linked to dopamine. Everybody is out here just looking for happiness, but we're all getting the false happiness being pushed by the media, aka consumerism. Start playing again. We shouldn't have stopped when we grew older. We should have used play to grow our imagination. Because we lose our imagination with age. Most of us probably don't dream anymore. A lot of people, once they reach their mid-20s to early 30s, they stop dreaming. And it's because of lack of imagination. Because we did not foster that. We did not care for that in us. We needed to let that grow. But instead, for most of us, it shriveled up and probably died. Now, that's not to say you can't resurrect it and bring it back. It just takes time, takes patience, and it takes some true care for yourself. Make time for yourself today. Learn how to play again. My name is Gambit Scorch. All of you have been wonderful, lovely, and I will see all of you in the next one. Thank you. Bye-bye.